New Mexico is a spiritual place for artists and writers, where the impact of the landscape and rich cultural traditions is a source of limitless inspiration. One of its most beloved authors, Rodolfo Anaya, is a founder of Chicano literature and one of the first Hispanic Americans to achieve publishing success with his 1972 novel, Bless Me Ultima. New Mexico is the stage, Anaya says, on which I find drama and meaning in my life.
The people of this country knew the loneliness of the Llano. They realized that sometimes the silence of the endless plain grew so heavy and oppressive that it became unbearable. When men heard voices in the wind of the Llano, they knew it was time to ride to the village just to listen to the voices of other men. They knew that after many days of riding alone under the burning sun and listening only to the moaning wind, a man could begin to talk to himself. When a man heard the sound of his voice in the silence, he sensed the danger of his lonely existence.
How can we describe Rodolfo Anaya? One phrase comes up. Una fuente de fábulas. He's a fountain of fables.
He is our child that speaks the words for our community. He is the adult that knows the stories, the godfather, the padrino.
Rodolfo wants to tell stories about New Mexico because he thinks that we are losing our culture and stories retain our culture.
Anaya has written novels, mysteries, essays, plays, and children's stories, all honoring and helping to preserve the Hispanic cultural history of New Mexico.
We have literature, we have oral tradition, we have a folklore, we have a mythology, we have our own legends, and they're very important to us, and they define us.
Rodolfo Anaya represents for the Hispanic community of New Mexico the same as he represents for the Hispanic community of the Southwest and of the United States. He is a voice. He is a beacon of understanding through his literature.
You have to put me in the context of New Mexico and its cultures. We have a history here in New Mexico, both in the Native American and with the old Hispanics that came here. In other words, we're heirs to a great tradition, and that great tradition speaks to us. And it's there all the time. It's speaking all the time.
A tradition seen in the signs of early Native Americans who left a whisper of their civilization etched on canyon walls centuries ago. A tradition of abiding faith in a 300-year-old church made of adobe bricks. In Hispanic ceremonies passed down through the ages, and in deep ties to the enduring power of the land.
I think that our culture here in New Mexico, our Hispanic culture, has always been tied very closely to the earth, the religion, the Hispanic village, the Native American pueblo. If you throw all of that together, you have a formation of a unique culture.
For Rudy, New Mexico is his world. We've been many other places, but this is where he gets inspiration and fulfillment.
Anaya's literary career began with a book inspired by his childhood, a subject far removed from the turbulence of the era.
During the late 60s, I was writing my first novel, Bless Me Ultima, and all around me, the Chicano movement was exploding. So I was aware of the social unrest and the demand for equality within the society that the Mexican American community was asking for.